Hello, it's Tina Clark. It is June 9th, 2020, and I'm just checking to make sure that we are recording here. We are. Well, today I am going to do a lesson on appropriate etiquette or polite behavior for Zoom meetings. This is the Zoom webpage. We're not going to really talk about the Zoom webpage, but we know that because of this pandemic, a lot of people are using video conferencing software called Zoom, and that allows you to get on your computer or your device and have meetings with other people and see them and hear them. So we're going to talk about appropriate behavior for Zoom when you have a Zoom meeting. And it's called Zoom etiquette. Etiquette just means polite behavior for having a Zoom meeting. So when you follow the things that we talk about today in this presentation, it will help you to have a better meeting. It will help you to be heard better and to be seen better. It will help you to hear other people better. And it will help you to just have a better overall meeting experience. So we're going to go through these things. And the first one is be on time. So I have a picture here of a Pathways group Zoom that Katie Pudwell sent out for Tuesday, June 23rd. And she has a link right here. So the people that she invites to the meeting, she sends this link to. And she also indicates what time that the meeting will start. So the meeting is actually at 1:30, but it is better to start logging in about 5 or 10 minutes ahead of time. So she's telling people to log in earlier at 1:20 so that they are ready when the actual meeting starts. So always be on time for your Zoom meeting. Just like you have to be on time when you come to school or go to a work site, a job, it's important to be on time for your Zoom meetings also. When you're using Zoom, keep your microphone on mute until it is your turn to speak. Mute just means that you're turning your microphone off, that your microphone will not have the ability to pick up sound. So you can see in this animation down at the bottom, this is like a screenshot from a Zoom meeting. And when you click on that microphone, a line goes through it. And that means that your microphone is not picking up sound. And the reason why it's good to keep your microphone on mute until it is your turn to speak is, let's just say that you're in your Zoom meeting and let's just say you forgot and you left your microphone on. And the dog starts barking in the background, and everybody in the whole meeting hears it, and that would be very distracting. Or maybe the garbage truck pulls up outside, and it's really loud, and that would be really distracting. Or maybe your little brother or your little sister comes screaming into the room or something. Well, it's better to just have your microphone on mute so it doesn't pick up all that extra sound. But when it's your turn to speak, you can click on the microphone and turn the microphone back on so you can talk. Okay. Have good posture and sit up as straight as you can. The camera on your device or your computer will pick up what you look like here. And this girl is sitting up straight and she's looking right into the camera on her monitor. So that means that she is looking at the people that's in the meeting. She's paying attention to them. Her eyes are on them. She's smiling. She's looking pleasant, but she's sitting up straight so that people can see her well. Squaring your shoulders and keeping your head straight makes you look more confident. Others can also see you better. Down at the bottom here, never lay down for your Zoom meetings. Others cannot see you and hear you when you're laying down. Now, there is an exception to that. The only exception would be is if you had a medical condition that would prevent you from sitting up, and that's understandable. If you are not able to sit up, like maybe you just had surgery, or maybe you have pain when you sit up, that's understandable. And if the only way that you can access your Zoom meeting is laying down, that is something that you could do. But if you are able to sit up straight, it is way better to sit up straight. The camera can see you better. Other people in the meeting can see you better. They can hear you better. They can hear your voice better. And other people will pay more attention to you because you are attending. You are sitting up straight and you are paying attention to what everybody's saying. Again, if you have a medical condition that prevents you from doing that, that is okay. Oh man, let's look at this guy right here. Ooh. Don't eat or drink during the Zoom call. Well, this guy in this picture has a bag of chips. He's eating chips during his Zoom meeting. So the people are seeing him eating his chips in the video. And if he has his microphone on, they're hearing the chips crunch. And that's gross. And people don't want to hear that. Look, maybe you can see it. The faces of the people in the meeting are like, yuck, that's really gross. Don't do that. So don't eat during your Zoom meeting. And try not to drink. Try not to, be slurping your pop or what have you. Now, there would be an exception to that. Let's just say that you're on your Zoom meeting and you're doing a lot of talking, and maybe your voice is just getting tired, and maybe you just need a drink of water. I've done that before, where I've just, taken a quick drink of water, but I still have my microphone on mute, but I take a quick drink of water just so that my voice is good enough for talking on Zoom. That's okay. But that's something quick. It doesn't take very long, and it's not obnoxious. But if you're sitting there eating your chips or slurping your pop, that's kind of gross, and other people in the meeting are not going to like that. Okay, next thing. Don't interrupt when others are talking. Just like in real life, Well, Zoom is real life, but just like if you're in person with somebody, if somebody's talking, like if your teacher or another classmate is talking about something, telling something important or answering a question, you don't want to just all of a sudden start yakking and interrupting them because that's disrespectful. Make sure that you listen. Look at this guy listening. Make sure that you listen when someone else is talking. And that shows respect because when you're talking, you will want other people to be listening to you also. All right, let's look at this guy on the bottom here. Well, there's a big no. Make sure that you are dressed appropriately. Dress like you would be coming to school. Well, down here, this guy, first he's slouching. He's wearing his pajamas and a t-shirt for his Zoom meeting. Now, that might be okay if you're only Zooming with your friends about something personal or, something leisure, But if you're doing a Zoom meeting for school, you are in school and you should be dressed for school as much as you can. I realize that if you're at home, you might be a little bit more informal, but have a nice shirt on. You wouldn't necessarily have to have shoes on, I guess, if you didn't want to, because we're not going to see your shoes. But, have a nice shirt on. Make sure that your hair is combed. Make sure that, your face is clean, because people are going to see you on the camera. They want to see your face, but you should be as clean as you would be and as well-dressed as you would be as if you were in person. When it's your turn to talk, speak slowly and clearly. Make sure that your voice is loud enough for others to hear, but do not shout. Because we're using technology, there's always a little bit of, I don't know what I want to say. There could be some interference. Maybe the Wi-Fi is not as strong as it should be, or maybe your microphone is not high quality. But if you speak slowly and clearly, that will help a lot. That will help overcome, a bad microphone, or, at least try to overcome a low quality microphone. And it just helps other people to understand you much better, to speak slowly and clearly. Loud enough for people to hear, but do not shout. Find a quiet spot in your house or in residential for the meeting with no distractions or background noise. So yeah, you probably wouldn't want to be doing your Zoom meeting while you have the television on in the background and you're playing music in the background, or maybe there's a bunch of people in your living room, making noise. Go to a quiet place, as quiet as possible, and do your Zoom meeting, because when you do turn your microphone on to talk, it will pick up all the sound that's going on around you, and other people can't hear you well if they're also hearing the dog barking or hearing a TV in the background or hearing music in the background. Find a quiet spot so there's no distractions or background noise. And my final piece of advice, happy Zooming. Yeah, have a good time when you're Zooming, because during this pandemic, it's one of the few ways that we can all connect with each other. And it's quick and it's easy to do and it's fun. So happy Zooming, and you never know, I might be seeing you in a Zoom meeting soon. All right, this is it for this video. Talk to you later.